And I'm trying to be happy and trying not to cry. Why? Because my ex has so much money. He makes more than $18,000 a month easily. And now I sit here with the triggers because he's going to the Clemson Notre Dame game with my kids. I can't just randomly afford that. Hell, I can't even get them all in the same room at the same time. So I sit here and I'm going to get through this trigger. I'm going to suck it up, buttercup, and I'll move on. But it's not fair. Like, it's not fair.
Can you say Botox?
I've kind of been in mourning of the, like, oh my gosh, like, I gave it all up. Everything was around my family. So when I chose to leave, I gave it all up. Like, all up. I had no clue that the worst was yet to come. And, you know, I'm 47 years old. It's not like I'm 25. I'm so mad that I think this way. I could have stayed. My life would have been so much easier. I could have just gone and done whatever. Thinking, I'm like, but I had a huge house and all my bills were paid for and I never had to think how they were going to get paid.
Regret is a bitter pill to swallow. I bet your ex-wife told you many things when she left. It just wasn't working for her. She needed to be happy again. This was best for everyone involved, even the kids. You were shocked, baffled, but you thought, well, there has to be a logical reason why she's doing what she's doing. A truth behind her destroying our family. Not the sanitized version she told you, the one she'd been working on for months. Not what she told her friends. Not the narrative she had created in her mind. The actual truth. The one she'll never admit out loud. She'll take it to her grave. I'm going to tell you what she wouldn't, because you deserve to know. This is Resilient Man, and this is the truth. If you're like me, you see these women, like the woman in the beginning of this message, and you wonder why they feel so comfortable sharing intimate details about their marriage and their divorce online to complete strangers. The reason these women feel comfortable doing so is because of the socially acceptable lies in our society and culture. Let's start with what your ex-wife did say when she left. The socially acceptable reasons she gave for doing what she did. The ones that made her look reasonable in our society. We just grew apart. Translation: I've stopped feeling the butterflies for you. You've stopped giving me the tingles. Incidentally, if a woman tells you you give her the tingles, run. I need to find myself again. Translation: I'm prioritizing my own personal wants and needs over our family. You deserve someone who can love you the way you need to be loved. Translation: I'm leaving you, but I'm trying to spin it to where it sounds like it's actually in your benefit. This is best for the kids. Translation: I'm going to blow up their lives, but I'm going to frame it in such a way as I am strong, brave, independent. These are some of the socially acceptable lies you may have heard when your wife left. Comment down below if you did. She told these lies because they're accepted in our culture and our society. And you were just collateral damage. So why did your ex-wife need these lies? Because the real reasons for her doing what she did, the actual truth, would have made her look selfish, impulsive, destructive. And that would have been an image of herself she could not have lived with. So she constructed a narrative in her mind. Her feelings were valid. They were. Her happiness mattered. It did. And her choice to do what she did was actually brave. It wasn't. And you became the supporting character in her storyline. You were the man who just didn't get her, the husband who just could not meet her needs emotionally. In reality, you were too stable, too reliable, too committed. Boring. But that's the framework she built to justify her abandoning you and your family. Now, you were trying to understand all this. You were trying to see the logic in her decisions. It wasn't based on logic, man. The fact of the matter is, you didn't do anything wrong. She just refused to work through the hard times, the difficulties. And now, I'm going to tell you, brother, what she would not. Let's look at some truths your ex won't admit. Truth number one, she didn't leave because you failed as a man or as a husband. She left for the excitement. Think about it. Your marriage, it wasn't perfect. You had your ups and downs. There were issues just like every other marriage. But it was stable, predictable, safe. You were the provider, the protector, the reliable one. And for years, she was good with that until it wasn't good enough anymore. She got bored with the routine, bored with the responsibility, bored with the version of her that was simply a wife and a mother. And modern culture validated what she felt, her feelings, her happiness, her finding herself again. So she left, and it felt good. The initial rush of freedom, the independence, the attention from other men, the validation from her friends and social media. You're so brave. You're so strong. It was euphoric. The euphoria she felt, the high from it all, was enough to make her choose leaving over you and your family. She prioritized a temporary high over the commitment she had made. The second truth she'll never admit, she expected you to be destroyed. She expected you to fall apart, to stay broken. That's why, even after she left, she still tracked you on social media. She still kept tabs on you because you being broken validated her decision to leave. And you were broken at first, but then you started to rebuild. And not just rebuild, you actually started to thrive without her. And when you weren't broken anymore, it destroyed the narrative she had created. And let's not forget, you were the root of all her problems. You were the reason for all of her unhappiness. But then she sees you, upgraded, focused, thriving again. And for the first time, she starts to realize, maybe I was the problem. Truth number two, which she won't admit, she wanted you broken, and she was hoping that you would stay broken, but you didn't. Truth number three, she regrets her decision to leave, but her pride will never allow her to say it out loud, at least not immediately. The new guy, it just didn't work out the way she hoped it would. The dating scene was not what she expected it to be. That freedom, that independence, turned out to be very lonely. The house is so quiet at night, it's deafening. Money is tight, and she realizes her new life post-divorce is nowhere near what she thought it was going to be. Truth number four, and this is the one that really angers you. She rewrites history. Even though you were a good man, husband, father, she tells her friends you were emotionally unavailable, just not supportive enough. You were too focused on work when you were working 60 hours a week plus to provide her with the lifestyle and the quality of life that she had become accustomed to. She says, he just didn't appreciate me. To her family, she says, "It was mutual. It was a long time coming. It was the best thing for both of us." And to her kids, "Mommy and Daddy just couldn't get along. We're actually happier now." She constructed a narrative where she is the hero in the storyline, and you were the obstacle she had to overcome. Why? Because she certainly cannot portray herself as the person who abandoned her husband and her family. So she rewrites history. And over time, even she starts to believe the lies she tells herself. She's lying to everyone, including herself. But you know the truth. Here's what makes this worse. All of these lies are enabled in our society and culture. A woman leaves her marriage. She's told, "You're so brave. You're so strong. You deserve happiness. Don't settle. Put yourself first." She gets validation, support. She's celebrated for leaving her husband. She's a hero in our society and culture. You were the husband who failed her. You're the father who has to now fight to see his children. And the system, the courts, they're behind her. Now flip the script. When a man leaves his marriage, he abandoned his family. He is a deadbeat. He's so selfish. He should really think about the kids. Same action, different judgment. The reality is, man, if you're watching this message right now, she will never admit the truth. And at this point, it really doesn't matter. It changes nothing. Accepting this fact doesn't make it easier, especially as we are going into the holiday season. Maybe you don't have your kids this year. Maybe you're dreading the custody drop-off. Maybe you're alone this year while she gets to play happy family. It's painful. It's okay to feel it, and it's okay to admit it. Maybe you just survive the holidays this year. You take it one day at a time because that's all you can do mentally and emotionally, and that's okay. You will get through it though, because you are a strong, resilient man. If this message resonated with you, brother, subscribe. Join the Resilient Man community. It's about men advocating for men. Share it with another guy who needs to hear this message as well. These messages will help you in your journey as well. Know your worth. Protect your peace.